So the last thing I want to do is take this console apart and kind of take a look at it. Honestly, I might undo the fan mod because I'm not quite sure what it's doing. Like I said, when you flip the switch on, it goes into full speed, but when it's flipped off, the fan is not all the way off. It's still spinning some, but I don't think it's adjusting based on the temperature of the console, which is concerning. So let's go ahead and take this thing apart with my handy dandy iFixit kit, and we're going to see what's up with this console inside. I'm most interested in seeing what this fan switch is doing. So I had to take off this warranty sticker that he put on here, and all it did was leave this junk here. But let's go ahead and take it apart. So I got the first layer off, and as you can see, he used spray paint. There's some overspray on the inside, which is fine. And then I think there's some screws missing. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws missing. But that makes sense because those screws would end up just showing up under the plexiglass. So let's go ahead and take out the rest. So I got the next layer off, and I can't take it all the way off because there is a cable going right there. But he did actually route everything pretty nice. You can see your wires running through there. Got some hot glue to run them down into the fan. And then down here's your switch. And then of course on the top section, you've got your LEDs kind of routed along the outside. And it comes out to a pretty nice looking console when you look at it from the outside. And then right here is your IR sensor, which is why I had to have this remote at this angle, kind of shooting through the plexiglass to hit it. So that makes sense now. And so now I'm trying to figure out what the fan is doing. So I've kind of routed out the cables a little bit. So obviously you have your switch over here, and then there's actually some wires being spliced right here. And there's a little connector down there, and right next to it, it says fan. I'm not sure what the pinout is on that connector down there, so I'm not exactly sure what all these wires are spliced to and what they're doing, but it is connected up to a spot that says fan, and then it's spliced into the power switch over here, and then your fan right here, which is interesting. So I'll plug this thing in because I want to see the fan mod in action without the case on it. So I have the console turned on, and as you can see, the fan is clearly spinning, and then when I flip this switch right here, it just goes into overdrive, spins really fast, flip it back off, which by the way, like I mentioned earlier, when it's on, it's actually off, and when it's off, it's actually on, which is kind of funny. Yeah, just kind of cool taking a look at this thing. I think the console is pretty well done. I honestly don't think the fan mod was necessary. And like I mentioned earlier, if you want to switch the fan on and leave it in overdrive the entire time you're playing, there's not really an issue with that. Other than the fact that your fan will probably wear down a little bit faster. But honestly, your other components will probably last longer, so it's kind of a trade-off.